You're watching refusalofwork.com. Unemployment in America is hard enough to deal with under the best of circumstances, but conservatives also demonize the unemployed. These Republicans want unemployment benefits to disappear, and they shame the unemployed by calling them lazy and worthless. Conservatives see unemployment as a personal failure. They believe that if someone is unemployed, it's because they're not working hard enough or they're not smart enough. They don't realize, or don't care, that other factors are involved. GOP idiots want people to feel shame and guilt about being out of work. This desire is not helpful or productive. Unemployment benefits are an essential part of our society, and they should be extended or kept at a decent level. Under American capitalism, profits must increase year after year without exception. Shareholders get paid first and receive more consideration than employees. When companies need to increase earnings for shareholders, the first thing they do is reduce labor spending. This reduction means that workers lose jobs, the unemployment rate goes up, and these same companies then blame the unemployed for their situation. Republicans want to make the current system of unemployment even worse. They want to decrease the number of weeks that someone can receive benefits or make it so that you have to search for a job for a certain number of hours per week to continue receiving assistance. This requirement would mean that if you can't find a job, you would no longer receive any help. Finding a job takes time. People sometimes have to work at jobs they don't enjoy to get new skills and qualifications. If you require unemployed people to jump through hoops documenting job searches, you're going to make it very difficult for them to find a job. Many jobs are part-time or contract. They don't offer benefits, and they don't always provide enough hours to qualify as full-time work. If someone is working part-time but can't find another job, they will not receive any help from the government. It seems that some people derive a sick pleasure from making people grovel for meager benefits. This mixture of sociopaths and psychopaths are incapable of feeling empathy and enjoy the feeling of bullying and controlling others. Sadly, late-stage capitalism often rewards these individuals with leadership positions in corporations. Their complete lack of morals means they will do anything to get ahead and gain power. This situation is an evil to eliminate, but it will not happen while corporations' ever-increasing profit is the sole goal. The dream of these fascists is to provide as little support as possible while maintaining the status quo. They want to demonize unemployment and make people feel ashamed for being out of work. This view is counterproductive and does nothing to help those who are struggling. We should be doing everything possible to help the unemployed, not punishing them for something that is not their fault. The demonization of unemployment by conservatives is insane. They would have us believe that anyone out of work is lazy and undeserving when in reality, several factors cause unemployment, including the loss of a job through no fault of the individual. Claiming that unemployed people have a poor work ethic is not only false. It's destructive. Unemployment benefits exist to keep searching for jobs while still having some income. Without this safety net, many unemployed people need to take the first job they find or give up entirely and become homeless. This process is another way conservatives attempt to hold back anyone who tries to better themselves through hard work. The prosperity gospel states that it's your fault if you're poor. This belief ties into conservatives offering insufficient unemployment payments. They don't want to help struggling people because they believe that these people are lazy or immoral. This attitude relates to the Protestant work ethic, which teaches that hard work is the key to salvation. The history of unemployment in America begins in the 1930s. It was the worst economic downturn in American history. President Herbert Hoover's administration passed many reforms to help Americans get back on their feet. Still, they were either not enough or too late. Thanks to conservatives' refusal to pass adequate legislation, society urgently needed social safety nets due to the Depression. President Roosevelt continued and expanded these reforms and created many new ones. The New Deal gave relief to the unemployed and poor in America during the Great Depression. It created jobs for Americans, such as building schools, roads, bridges, and parks. Unemployment benefits were provided to the unemployed by the Social Security Administration, established in 1935. Fascist fuckheads began working to dismantle the New Deal as soon as it was implemented. They were infuriated that the government used their wealth to help the filthy poor. The 1990s brought the destruction of the final pieces of the New Deal. And these ghouls haven't forgotten. Comprehensive social programs are one of their major nightmares. The worst thing that can happen to corporations is workers organizing, striking, and rioting. Eliminating these activities is essential for preventing the little people from understanding what is happening. These corporatists will do whatever it takes to keep the peasants barely hanging on and desperate for terrible jobs. Some conservatives argue that unemployment is a state of being, and it's something about which one should feel ashamed. They say everyone can get a job if they work hard enough, so there's no point in paying out unemployment benefits to people who don't even try to find employment. This argument couldn't be more ignorant or hateful. There are many reasons why someone might be unemployed. It could be because they can't find a job that matches their qualifications, or because they're going through a difficult time and can't work. It's not the fault of the unemployed person. Conservative policies often lead to more people becoming unemployed. Companies will save money by not paying their workers a living wage. Instead of investing in new equipment, they'll buy back stock and reward executives. So, next time you hear a conservative talk about how unemployment is a personal failing or how unemployed people are lazy and worthless, remember that these people don't care about the unemployed. They only care about themselves and their profits. The conservatives encouraging regressive unemployment policy should never obtain political power. COVID shined a bright light on the failures, intentional and otherwise, of American social benefit programs. With more Americans changing how they interact with work, benefits will change. However, the demonization of unemployment and those who rely on it must end. It's a destructive force that does nothing but harm our society as a whole. Instead of looking down on the unemployed, we should be working to ensure that everyone has access to the resources they need to get back on their feet. We are all in this together. Would you mind subscribing and pounding that thumb? Thanks for watching.